What's something boys can never tell their girlfriends? Don't call her Tony Pizza. 14 years ago. I woke up before you on a weekend. I was watching an episode of Batman the Animated Series. You woke up halfway through the episode and picked up the remote and changed the channel. You knew I was watching and I never got to see the end of the episode. I'm still salty about it. Who would win? Batman versus Polar Bear. She wouldn't believe me if I told her that you're actually 3 toddlers in a trench coat. Baby, I'm so glad you're real and I didn't forget to take my schizophrenia medication today. We're concerned about you just up and leaving us. That pigs are much bigger than you expect. That when I think in bed it isn't about her when I'm silent. I'm trying to solve a riddle from a game or question something on a TV show. Where I buried me treasure. I want my hoodie back. The real answer to the question, what are you thinking about, when he dozed off again. I actually watched this episode without you when you passed out last night. In my case, what you're thinking about. Quote, my wife asks me all the time and I've been daydreaming about what it would be like if I owned that McDonald's across the street and then after falling in a vat of radioactive fry grease was able to turn into Ronald at night. I would fight crime but only if it was food related and all of my weapons would be burger condiment themed. Then I'm thinking about aerodynamics of pickles as shurikens and what process I would use to make them sturdy and sharp enough to be lethal. It's a lot easier to just say, spacing out, then see her cute face raise an eyebrow in concern if I'm working too much again. I need space from her sometimes and it's not because she did something wrong. Edit. I'm not currently in a relationship. This was me to my previous partners. I've grown since then and now know better. I appreciate all of the advice though. Thank you all. The extent to which I spend money on movies, games, books, comics, etc. But honestly, we have a mutually assured destruction type deal going where she also doesn't have to tell me how much all the plants and vintage clothes cost. Edit. This got a lot bigger overnight. Just to address some things. There's a level of playful overstatement here for comedic effect. We're not spending catastrophic amounts of money on our hobbies. But you know how it is. Sometimes you'd be weirded out about spending for hobbies you don't share. I'd also note that we do save. We both have solid jobs. And we're financially stable overall. Thanks for the concern. Though, the guy she tells us not to worry about really worries us. How much I actually spend on my hobbies. Edit. It's not like I lie, I just never disclose prices. That I'm thinking about nothing. Nothing. Zip. Nada. Not a single thought. I just look at the clock and wonder why minutes, or in some cases hours, have passed when not a single constructive thought has entered my mind. It doesn't help that I have resting someone kicked your puppy face. My current GF gets it now. But man, it took years to convince her that I'm not overthinking. I'm disassociating. I said, Biatch, that golf courses have this thing called pace of play, so 18 holes don't take 9 hours. How many times per week they wanked in spite of having a girlfriend. Which ones of her friends you think are hot? Don't care what she says, fellas, it's a trap. How much money they've lost in the stock market. The only thing a good guy said to me that he shouldn't have is we went out to a nice Valentine's Day dinner at my favorite Indian restaurant, got all dressed up, which was not our usual style, as poorish retail workers were having a wonderful time. And he said, yeah, his ex, and I came here for Valentine's Day once. Totally ruined the moment for me, lol. I thought it was so special, but he'd been there done that. Don't call her a ketchup packet when she's on her period. Calm down. What I'm really thinking about, since you would never believe me if I said I was thinking about how bike tires are made. I'm war-torn. So when the nightmares come on too strong, I just say I'm dreaming that the dog got out again. My Reddit username. This is a trap. How much of a dork I am. Like I don't think my girlfriend knows the fullest extent to how much I love the concept of Power Rangers and other Super Sentai mythos. I just know this is going to be on a TikTok with Minecraft gameplay or Subway Surfers in the background with shitty lo-fi music. That I enjoy not talking to her when we're cuddling. Don't get me wrong, I also love having a good conversation with her. But I'm perfectly content just being silent, and that always seems confusing to women. That you wouldn't date her if she was a worm. About the voices. We aren't supposed to tell anyone about them. How much their Games Workshop models really cost. It wasn't silent, and yes, I can smell it. That despite being sexually attracted to you, I still masturbate. Yes. That girl that we passed on the beach in that bathing suit was attractive. About the box. What you really were thinking of. How the hell do I explain, I wonder? If a circle could dance, would it squish or would it wiggle? Quote.